inside is the ball or be out. So give the first start. After that, because your feet will start moving, you will be more confident. You will be able to then make him play for the rest of the 5 hours of the day. Of course, Virendra Sehwag did go to the same school. That's another matter. Thank God he did. But generally, at test level, you would find that this is what works. That you cannot give up. You've got to be determined. When I talk about dedication the other day, I mean dedication to your craft, to your specialty. That dedication means that you will do everything within your own powers to make sure that you give your specialty every attention. Every attention in as much as if it means, for example, when you get a bat, if it means cleaning the bat, if it means that you have to put some protective layer on top of the bat to make sure it doesn't break, if you've got to oil the bat in the days when the bats used to be oiled, you do it religiously, you clean it up. If you want to make sure the shoes you wear have the right kind of spikes so that you don't slip and fall. You want to make sure that as an opening batsman, you're going to play the quicker bowlers more than anybody else, the harder, newer ball. You want to put in some extra protection in your leg guards, you do so. You want to put some extra padding on for your thigh pad, do so. If you want to put some extra protection for your gloves, you do so. Dedication also means you try and look at the opposition that you're going to play tomorrow, the next day. Look at the guys who are going to bowl. And today, of course, with the videos, it's very easy. There is no such thing as a surprise bowler. Because with the videos today, you can just go and say, okay, what does Ajanta Mendis bowl? You have the slow-mos, everything. You're able to then get an idea of what happens. Once you know what a particular bowler is good at, then you know that is what he's going to try and do. If he's very good at outswingers, he's going to try and get you to drive a little bit early. He'll try and make sure that you reach out for deliveries so you edge one and take it to the slip fielders. So your dedication should be, look, I'm not going to fall for that. If he's bowling to me on the 5th stump, I'm not going to play. I will get him to where I am strong. I am strong on the middle and off stump. And I can then, because if he's going to bowl to me on the middle and off stump, I have more of my full face of the bat than if I'm playing him on the off or just outside off, because then the bat face is just angled a little bit. So a little extra bounce, a little extra movement, and you could be history. So the dedication involves thinking about what you want to do and trying to get the opposition to do what you want to do rather than you doing what the opposition is trying to do. So that is what the dedication factor is, where you again at the end of every session, at the end of every day's play, you analyze what you've done and you try and get better. That is dedication to your specialty. And discipline, the third people. Now a lot of people think discipline is keeping the early hours. By early hours I mean 9, 10 p.m. not early hours like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. But giving your body enough rest, that's of course yes. But I think it's disciplining your game to the needs of the situation. That discipline is far more important than the curfew hours of 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Yes, those are important too, because that means you're giving your body the time to recover. If you feel that, for example, for a day and a half as an opening batsman, and you're stiff, and you want to sort of give your body time to recover, rest, so that you're fresher the next morning when you go out of the bat. That discipline is also there. But the discipline of making the adjustments to your game so that it benefits the team is the discipline I'm talking about. And I think that discipline is very important. If it means that you have to block because the team is in a bad situation, you've got to try and block. If the team wants you to score quickly, you try and score quickly. It's not always possible. We are humans. So we will make mistakes. The intentions might be there. You might actually want, your intention is to do exactly what is the need of the team. But it doesn't happen all the time because there's the opposition. So you might have lots of plans, but the opposition is trying to thwart those plans. But basically, that disciplining will come in and will help the team, because the others around you will realize what it means. And it reflects on the rest of the members of the team. And therefore, here, the captain becomes an important factor. If the captain is one of those who's going to be lax as far as training is concerned, his discipline is not very good, then the rest of the guys are going to think, well, he's there, he's the captain and he's doing it. The captain could be a genius as a player, absolutely a genius. But you cannot do it. Like people used to always say when we went to the West Indies that first time, Everton beats one of the 3 W's. He said, don't follow Gary Sobers. He's a genius. He can stay up the whole night, have a bottle of whiskey, and still go out and score 100 the next day. But you guys cannot do it. So don't try and follow Gary Sobers. So the thing is, but Gary was a completely different character, because he had this great ability to be able to make up with his own skills if his team was in some danger. I don't think too many of the West Indian players got too carried away with that. But it's important for the captain, therefore, to be leading by example. You can't, as a captain, ask somebody to do something that you're not prepared to do yourself. And I think that's where captaincy plays an important part. If you show that you're willing to do what you're asking the rest of your teammates to do, then those teammates will run through the wall for that particular captain. If the captain is up there trying to make sure that his team, his squad, gets the best conditions to practice, to train, and to be able to deliver the goods out there on the field, he will more often than not get the results. Once the players realize that the captain is for you, is working for you, is making sure that you're getting all the facilities for you to be able to give off your best, then the players respond. There are different ways captaincy can work. There are different ways when there's a player who you have a lot of faith in, but you don't know what to do. You can plead with him, say that he's got more capability. You can scold him. You can cajole him. There are various ways. Eventually, the captain then will realize which is the way. Different players have different ways, different approaches. You can talk to one player, put an arm around his shoulder and say, listen, you have this, you can really do this, you can really do much better than you're doing, and maybe that will work. Maybe for another player, it might be just ignoring the person, not giving him any importance. For a third player, it could be, hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? Are you part of the team or not? It all depends on the individual. But at the end of the day, if the captain is doing what he's expecting of all those 3 players, if he's doing it himself, then all those 3 players, if not immediately, but very quickly, come on to the same page and contribute to the team. I think this is basically what I want to say about making of a champion, and I hope some of it is useful. But remember, luck. I tell you what, Gary Sobers is not on my Christmas card list or New Year card list. But every time I think back, I say, how could he have done that? How did that happen? It was incredible. But, Gary, thank you so much. If it wasn't for Gary, I wouldn't be here. Thank you. And I believe you guys are now going to fire a few questions at me or something like that. So I'm told. But please, remember I'm retired. So take it easy with your bouncers. Take it easy with your googlies. I don't have my skull cap on.